Hey all, this is Tanya, and today I'll be talking about the book that's written by Lucy Jones, and it is named as Losing Eden: Why Our Minds Need the Wild, and it has been published in United Kingdom at Allen Lane Penguin Press. So let's get into it. I'll be summarizing it, and I'll be reflecting on the book's main key important points. So yeah, uh, about the book. In order to understand the book, I'll first get into how our current life is operating. So, with the recent global COVID 19 pandemic and lockdown, as we all understand, there has been a rigorous shift in focus from physical problems to increasing mental health problems, possibly due to environmental degradation, as we can all see climate change, heat waves, cold waves, etc. And Lucy Jones' book, Losing Eden: Why Our Minds Need the Wild, addresses such a stance. And today, many of us lead indoor lifestyles estranged from the environment more than before. Despite this, nature profoundly influences human language, culture, and conscience. So, what happens when we lose our connection to nature? This is what wonders renowned journalist Lucy Jones in this book. So she asks, does it mean we are losing a piece of who we are as humans? And that's also why this book is very, very important for us. The book is a captivating journey, if you all ask me, exploring how modern alienation from the natural world and capitalist profit based economic structures are causing a global mental health crisis and how we can reintroduce nature into our lives to combat it. From East London's forest schools to the Svalbard Global Seed Vault, via Poland's ages old woody areas, Californian labs, and the couches of ecotherapists, Jones transports us to the forefront of human biology, neuroscience, psychology, sociology of public health, and ecology to uncover novel perspectives on our deteriorating relationship with the natural world. So the book is an urgent message while being inspirational, and it indicates that we should preserve ourselves and the living planet from an ecologically calamitous future. It has simple language with poetic quotes and interdisciplinary, evidence based, thoroughly researched statements of various scientists and academicians embedded to capture the attention of a wide range of audiences. So, here I'll be giving an example from a 20-year-old environmental activist who is hungry for knowledge to a 41-year-old sociologist researching the collective awareness of environmental issues, and anyone for whom planet Earth is and its ecology are dearest of homes. They'll find this book really interesting and worthwhile reading. Jones has developed this book into six parts, each named after a part of the tree's lifespan, from just a sown seed to maturation and eventually decay. For instance, the first part is named as seedling, which is so interesting, and the last is called snack. The most basic idea found is that the lack of engagement and connection with nature has triggered a global mental health crisis. This is a vicious loop that exacerbates mental health issues arising from a world that is far more desolate. So, Jones notes that we are genetically predisposed to connect with the natural world. She cites biologist E.O. Wilson's biophilia hypothesis, which simply said states that it is also coded in humans' DNA, and bonding with nature during early life is essential for physical and mental growth. Jones asks readers to think about this. In the UK, 3 out of 4 children spend less time outside than prisoners now, who oddly are mandated by the UN to exercise for at least an hour daily. So that's really interesting and very shocking. Ironically, yes. She found that nature's multi-sensory stimulation restores our mind, nervous system, and immune system by increasing the number of natural killer cells. This lowers the risk of depression, anxiety, and even cancer, and can be a supplementary treatment for severe mental illness like psychosis and schizophrenia. Moreover, we can see such instances in many cultures, such as the Japanese practice of shirin-yoku, which is a forest bathing. Thus, for her, people in modern societies need a connection with the natural world to flourish. Jones further argues that time spent in nature often falls on socio-economic lines, that too for people from low socioeconomic backgrounds and racial and ethnic minority groups that have less access to natural areas. And that's quite true. Vulnerable populations are more exposed to pollution and toxic chemicals. And she cites here Professor Rich Mitchell of Glasgow University, who proposes the epigenesis theory, which holds that greener areas could close the health disparity between the rich and the poor and promote social equality. According to her, this is a societal shift towards economic redistribution and community oriented design to address wealth inequality and restore the human nature relationship, as current democratic support and public funding for such endeavors must be improved. And because humans are committing acts of ecological destruction by climate change as well as by the factorial and industrialization that is quite hazardous, and the capitalism, of course, the earth is now experiencing a sixth mass extinction, which and with the global wildlife population falling by more than two-thirds as of 2020. And this biological annihilation, as she said, and as been said by Stanford University biologists in a 2017 study, will have a negative cascading consequence on ecosystem functioning and services vital to sustaining civilization. She extends our language also limits our ability to appreciate nature's wonders. Our vocabulary for the natural world implies a relationship between the owner and property. A better way of thinking, writing, and talking about nature can reorient us towards our natural biophilia. Further, new perspectives can offer more nuance to how we think about nature. Fortunately, this shift is beginning to happen through public demonstration and activism. And I think I absolutely agree with her here. Lastly, Jones notes that we need to modify how we plan our urban cities, pass laws, and consider our health if we want to see genuine, long lasting progress. In the words of scientists, there is little time left. Therefore, we must regard ourselves as a component of the greater ecology, more significant ecology component itself than being its conquerors. So, about my reflection here, overall, the book ultimately asks, is nature good for humankind? This is not surprising, especially in the era of hot debates over global warming. It might seem that the book is an unusual mixture of daydreaming with broad brushed scientific evidence, because it's also leaving out new ecological paradigms relevant to social inquiry. But it's again, it makes it an ambitious project whose desperate tones may only sometimes gel, but still, Jones' writings and this book movingly talks about her recovery from addiction through nature as a part, and this autobiographical and poetic narrative carries readers along her path, offering jaw dropping facts. Eden is still alive, the concrete mixtures are still standing by. So Jones' thesis realizes that human ignorance or antagonism to nature is on its way back. It describes how nation states are moving away from investing in public health. The entire system that looks at diseases and disorders are a profitable market right now and is being undermined indirectly in the book. The conditions of the Anthropocene are proved to be causing significant distress brought on not just through disconnection with nature but also through low awareness of the current environmental chaos. Jones does not profess that nature is a cure for all, but instead explains how it has the obligation, if it remains preserved, to make us and the planet live sustainably. Looking to the future, she offers many ideas for how societies and individuals can change their attitudes and behaviors, leaving the readers absolutely motivated. So that's it about the book. I hope you like it. And if you have any comments to make, any suggestions, or any feedback, Do let me know in the comment section, and be sure to like, share with all of your friends and family, because this book is a real hit, and I hope you like it. Thank you.